Welcome back to the channel. Monica Louv here at the Love Messages. So today we are going to be doing a sneak peek preview of what your energy is like moving into 2026. This is going to be a general reading, so it may resonate with you, it may not. In this reading, I'm going to take a look at past, present, and future, and I'm also going to take a look at your challenge. At the end of the reading, I'm going to pull some advice. Okay, this must be your challenge because it popped out. First card, let's see. Ooh, okay, so you have the Devil in reverse. Okay, I literally picked it up. It was like this and I picked it up. So yeah, Devil in reverse is your challenge. Okay, that's good. All right. Okay, so for you, Aries, bottom of the deck, you have the Ten of Cups. Okay. Okay, Ten of Cups is what you don't see coming, Now, in terms of your challenge, which is quite ironic, I don't think I've seen the Devil in reverse for quite some time. So it's definitely interesting. It's in reverse. I'm going to read what the message says on the card. It says, what boundaries need to be created in your life when it comes to a toxic situation? Now it is in reverse, which is indicating that a lot of you, okay, it's either for you that there's still a need to set boundaries or create boundaries. I feel this is very much connected to your health. That's what I'm getting, like your health, your well-being, you know, going to bed on time, just like simple things like that, right? Like what you eat, all of that, etc. If you have been deciding, and some of you aren't going to decide to do this maybe until January, February, okay? If you have been reckless, if you have been doing things without regard, without structure, without responsibility, this is what the Devil energy is talking about. Now, because it has been pulled out in reverse, this is really a good sign, because a lot of you that watch my channel, okay, especially if you've watched my channel for many years, some of you've literally been here for years, and you know, I can't thank you enough for being here and being a part of this journey with me. If you are someone who's been on my channel for quite some time, you have been enrolled in self-development, okay? Because this is what this channel is. It is a self-development academy. That's what it is, okay? So many of you at this time, I feel with the Devil energy, you've really been working on yourself. Some of you had really toxic traits, really toxic things that you used to do, say, engage in, friends, food options, environments, and many of you are pulling yourself out of that, okay? So first of all, I want to pat you on the back and say, good job. That's really good. Good. I like to see that. And then there's those of you who have just recently stumbled upon my channel and it's foreign to you and you don't know who I am and you don't know what I do. But for those of you who are new here, I have been doing this channel for over 7 years now, and my name is Monica Louv, and I'm an astrologist and tarot reader, and I look at esoteric sciences for self-development, okay? So I really do feel, especially if you're someone who's new here, I feel this reading is going to resonate with you more than maybe people who have already been here for quite some time. I know that many of you who have watched my channel, you've been here for quite some time and your life has changed and things have improved, and kudos to you. That's great. That's amazing. So for those of you who are still battling this inability to remove toxic energies from your life, toxic people, toxic environments, toxic foods, toxic behaviors, toxic schedules, December is your month where you're going to have an opportunity to bring yourself back into balance, to really identify and observe the things in your life that are not healthy. especially because your previous reading, and for some reason I remember your previous reading like I did it yesterday when really I did it maybe 4 days ago. Many of you are striving for this financial independence. Now, some of you have this already, and if you are financially independent, you have been creating standards and boundaries and creating responsibility, and you're improving yourself, then these readings may not resonate with you. There may be parts and pockets of the reading that resonates, but overall, if you've been doing the work, then I'm not really speaking to you. But for those of you who are still in this place of you want financial freedom, you want to be able to earn income at your leisure, you want to be able to attract healthy and positive relationships, you want to have a better life, all of these things, if you're trying to strive to become more and do better, December is the month where you're being called to look at these things from a non-critical perspective. Okay, so this is what the challenge here is, because some of you have really worked hard and you've overcome crazy amounts of difficulty, and it's showing here with the Devil in reverse, which is really good. And by the way, when I was shuffling the cards, this came out randomly. I didn't even pull it out. So there's definitely a message here for somebody who's watching that feels in alignment with this. Okay, so we're going to touch more on your challenge and what you have to be aware of. And just keep in mind, December is an opportunity month for all of us. Why? Because it's ruled by Jupiter and it's in the sign of Cancer and it's exalted now. And it only goes into Cancer every 12 years. So we have a major opportunity now to really tap into expanding and changing and making things better into our lives if we're aware of that, okay? So this is what I'm seeing as your challenge. We'll talk more about that in a moment. Now, in the recent past, you have the Page of Pentacles, you have the Strength, and you have the Ace of Pentacles. In the recent past, because you were able to overcome many difficulties in your life, a lot of you went through many difficulties, trials, tribulations. There was a lot of challenges here in the past, but what it's showing me here in the past, Aries, is you were really able to overcome these difficulties. You were able to find inner strength within yourself to create new opportunities for yourself, to increase your income, to maybe go back to school and learn a new skill. Something happened here in the past where you really elevated yourself, or you may have been challenged so deeply in your core that it forced you to become better. It forced you to maybe earn more income, or it forced you to seek out new opportunities. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing here in the past. We'll find out more in a moment. In the present moment, you have the Four of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, and the Ten of Wands. So in the present moment, the Ten of Wands is here. I'm not surprised that the Ten of Wands is here. Why? Because we are in a year number 9. 2025 equals 9, which is connected to the snake energy in Chinese zodiac. So the Ten of Wands here in the present moment is very much connected to a cycle that's coming to an end for you. The cycle that's coming to an end for you is very much connected to the sign of Saturn, or not the sign, excuse me, the planet, and the sign of Pisces. Now, if you're a rising Aries, this is going to resonate with you because in your 12th house, if you're a rising Aries, your 12th house has been occupied by Saturn for 3 years, I think 3.5 years, around that time. And when Saturn's in the 12th house, it forces us to really get serious about our life, okay? But in a background type of energy, you know, so some of you could have went through health problems in the past. Maybe you had some private issues or private concerns in your life that really affected you. And when you were shaken with these things, it forced you to recognize how to be more responsible, how to, find opportunities and all of that. So many of you were battling with something like this, but privately, and it really shook your reality. That cycle is coming to an end with Saturn being in Pisces. It's coming to an end. Now, I'm also seeing here when it comes to your love life, there is somebody here that you've ended things with. However, this person you've ended things with could be a Sagittarius. I'm also getting a Taurus, possibly a Virgo, maybe a Capricorn here. Leo is strong as well too, okay? Some of you have ended things with somebody in the present moment, and it appears and seems as if this person is still connected to you. They're still holding on to you. They're still gravitating towards this energy with you. That's what I'm seeing in the present moment. Others of you also, I'm seeing in the present moment that if you've been having a difficult time attracting the right people, partnering with people, being cooperative with people, that's also going to change as well too, because there's an opportunity here maybe to attract better people that are more in alignment with you, people that you want to work with. I'm getting a strong energy here of you working with certain people that are really in alignment with you. They really believe in what you're doing, or you really believe in them. And many of you may be used to just working on your own. It looks like in the past you just worked on your own. You created opportunities for yourself here on your own. So this is what I'm seeing here in the past and in the present moment, which is connected to one another. We're going to get more information on this in a minute. In the near future for you, you have the Fool, you have the Empress, and you have the Six of Pentacles. So in the near future, there's definitely a new beginning that's happening for you, which completely makes sense considering that I just mentioned a cycle is closing out for you. So what it's mentioning here in the near future is you are starting something new. Many of you are starting a new project. And it's a project that is very much connected to your artistic side. Some of you are artists, or you're going to start dabbling more in art. Okay, I'm getting this energy of maybe painting or maybe doing crafting, something like this here in the near future. Or it could just simply be something that you decide to do with your hands. Okay, but there's something you're crafting or creating. Some of you are also, if you're of childbearing years, some of you may end up pregnant in the new year. Okay, that's what I'm also picking up on for you as well. Now, if you're single and you are interested in attracting a new person into your life, I do see you attracting someone new here. I'm getting a Taurus energy. I'm also getting a Virgo energy here, or maybe another Aries. Now, I haven't seen two Aries together, but if you're an Aries and you've been with an Aries, I don't know, comment below and let us know. But essentially here in the near future, something becomes a lot more balanced for you. You feel a lot more centered here. You also have Saturn entering into your sign in February, I believe, the end of February. So something here starts to pay off for you. If you've been working really hard in the past, like let's say in the background for the last 3 years, the hard work that you put in over the last few years is going to start showing up for you, and you're going to start seeing some sort of rewards. That's what I'm also intuitively getting for you as well. Now, what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, 10 of Cups, beautiful. What you don't see coming, it says, what situation in your life is bringing forth completion and total happiness? Yes, and this is what Saturn is going to show you. I'm going to tell you something right now. If you have been slacking off, you haven't been taking responsibility for yourself in the background, you've been letting yourself go, overeating, not being healthy, being toxic, being around toxic people, it is going to show up in the new year for you. Now, on the contrary, if you've been doing the work, being responsible, putting yourself forward in a positive light, you're going to attract major happiness. This is your reward from Saturn. A lot of people look at Saturn as a bad planet. They literally just label it. They say Saturn is a bad planet. I don't like Saturn. It's evil. I don't like it. I don't want to even entertain it. But the reality is Saturn plays such a critical and pivotal role in our lives, whether we want to believe in astrology or not. It exists. And it's important that we take advantage of understanding and knowing that, right? So Saturn, when you do the work, you are rewarded. When you don't do the work, Saturn says, look, I'm going to put things in your path that are going to force you to work on these things. Because essentially, we're not coming here to just have fun. We're coming here to elevate ourselves. We're coming here to become better souls, especially when we either, depending on whatever you believe in, I believe that our souls are eternal. That's what I believe. I believe that we don't die. Maybe our bodies die, our functioning dies, but our souls, our spirits live on forever, right? So what Saturn is saying, are you doing the work so that in the next experience that you have in your life, and mind you, we have different experiences all throughout life, the more you become experienced and aware and you do the work on yourself, the rewards are just endless. The rewards are amazing. They bring such amazing results and comfort to life. Saturn can bring comfort if you do the work. So essentially what you don't see that's coming in your life is you're going to have happiness. You're going to attract, some of you, if you haven't done this already, you're going to live in a beautiful home. You're going to have stability. You're going to attract a loving partner. Maybe you're going to create a family next year, right? So this work needs to be done. Now, if you can't account for anything, if you don't have the stability in your life you're looking for, the money you're looking for, or you keep attracting toxic people, it's because you haven't done the work. And some of you may comment and say, no, Monica, you're wrong. I have done the work and I still don't see results. Well, the work doesn't stop when you just do one or two things. Some people think, oh, I'm going to do one or two things. I'm going to go to the gym 2 times and I'm going to lose weight and look sexy. Nope. You got to keep going. You got to keep going even when you start seeing results. You got to keep up the pattern, right? So you're going to have a choice. 2 of Pentacles. In the near future, which is the new year, you're going to have a choice. And the choice is either you want to put the work in or you don't. It's going to be totally up to you. But Saturn is going to move into your sign. And when Saturn moves into your sign, it is going to place obstacles in your pathway for you to wake up and realize the things that you need to change. And it doesn't matter if you're 50, 67 years old and you're watching this. Some of you might be 70 and you still haven't done anything to improve yourself in life. So age means nothing. Age is just a synthetic number. Okay. All right. So let's get into your reading. I'm going to clarify a couple of cards and we're going to see what the messages are here for you. Let's clarify your challenge. Okay. Some of you are disappointed at the fact that a relationship didn't work out in your life. There was a very strong relationship that you had, a very committed relationship that you had some sort of strong relationship here. And I feel recently maybe there was a disappointment connected to love. Some of you stopped talking to somebody because they were so toxic, very toxic, maybe a Capricorn here. Okay, I'm getting a Capricorn, a Leo here, a Pisces, very toxic. And a lot of you said, nope, I'm not dealing with this. Some of you were also dealing with a Cancer privately in the background. Okay, so take it as it resonates. Your biggest challenge here is clarified by the 6 of Wands, the King of Pentacles, and the 2 of Cups. Okay. So your biggest challenge has a lot to do with relationships. It has a lot to do with your success, and it has a lot to do with the confidence, discipline, and responsibility that you have within yourself. So I'm going to tell you the couple of stories that I'm channeling. The first is some of you watching this, you're really disappointed with yourself because you believe that you should be way ahead. You should be more successful. You should have more money. You should have more stability. You should feel more accomplished in your life. This is what the King of Pentacles is talking about. King of Pentacles is an accomplished energy. It is somebody who is very much affluent, abundant. Money is not an issue for this person. They are very self-assured of themselves, okay? Some of you have accomplished this. And like I said, if you've accomplished this, then you know what? Kudos to you. You did the work. That's why you're being rewarded. If you haven't done this and you're feeling that you just, you don't have enough money, because some of you comment, right? I look at the comments and some of you comment and say, Monica, please do a career reading because you're lacking in money or, stability in your life, security in your life. So if you are not in the King of Pentacles energy, doesn't matter if you're male or female watching this, if you are not in this reassured, confident energy, this is something that you're being called to work on. And it means recognizing the toxic traits that are holding you back from doing this. Some of you have toxic traits, bottom line. Okay, you eat unhealthy, you don't take care of yourself, you may be somebody who just kind of makes excuses, you procrastinate all the time, etc., etc. So the message here is that in order for you to have a better life and attract the things that you want in your life, you need to get serious with yourself. And that's what's going to bring forth the success that you're looking for. Discipline starts with the self, and success follows that. Okay, so just remember that. The second thing here is about relationships. You have the Two of Cups here. So this is about a relationship, and the challenge is, you know, maybe attracting the right person into your life, or just simply having healthy relationships. It doesn't always have to be a romantic situation, but a lot of you want to attract healthy people in your life, because some of you have friends, or you have partners, or maybe you're married to somebody or dating somebody and they're just toxic. Or this could be you. Maybe you're toxic. I don't know. Take it as it resonates. But there's toxic energy here. And like I said, some of you had to pull your energy back from somebody because they were just toxic. Like, ugh. And I'm also seeing something here about someone vomiting, like someone over drinks or something. Some of you deal with someone who's like a drunk, or they over drink, or they over smoke, or something like that. This could be you as well too, right? But your challenge here is to recognize the relationships in your life that are toxic, the people that are toxic, and ask yourself, is this worth my time? Should I continue entertaining this type of energy? Because you can't blame anybody else, Aries, but yourself. Right? You understand that. You can only blame yourself for letting things slide, letting people take advantage of you, or engaging in things that are not healthy for you. So a lot of you are going to be pulling back in December, and you're going to say, nope, I don't do that. Sorry, I don't do that anymore. I don't smoke anymore. I don't drink anymore. Or, you know, I'm starting to take care of my health. You're starting to recognize responsibility. And if you're ignoring it, when Saturn enters into your sign, it's going to clap down on you, and it's going to say, look, you need to get serious. And that can manifest in a bunch of different ways. It can manifest in, you know, a health scare. It can manifest in a financial scare. It can manifest in, you know, I don't want to put that on you, but I want to inform you, because that's the whole point of this channel. The whole point of this channel is to inform you of what's coming, so you're aware of what's coming. Okay, so this is your challenge, recognizing what is unhealthy and changing that. All right, now let's talk about the recent past. Excuse me. Your cards just keep flying out today. Is that a coincidence? Somebody comment and let me know. Is this a coincidence? Why does the devil keep popping out of your reading? What is going on here? Somebody was extremely toxic in the past. Who's this person? Who's toxic? Did you have some toxic friend or partner? Somebody was obsessed with you here. Let's see. Ooh, lots of reversals in your reading. Somebody was not taking no for an answer in the past with you. Okay, I'm getting strongly Pisces, Gemini, literally all signs are here, but essentially I'm seeing Capricorn, Leo is very strong, Sagittarius, and Pisces, Gemini. Taurus for some of you. In the past, you needed to find all the inner strength, Aries, to really push somebody away or push somebody out of your life. Some of you were dealing with somebody who just couldn't wait. I do feel in the past that a particular person that you were dealing with, they wanted to commit to you. They really wanted to be with you. They didn't want you to be with anybody else. They wanted you for themselves. This person could have been a Leo. I'm getting a strong energy here of a Leo, like obsessed with you, or vice versa. Take it as it resonates. Sagittarius, Pisces, Gemini, okay? Somebody here felt very heartbroken over you in the past because they couldn't get what they wanted out of you, okay? They couldn't get what they wanted out of you. And it was almost as if there was this cutoff energy, like, okay, this is how you're going to treat me. I'm not dealing with you anymore, right? So an opportunity was there in the past, but as this opportunity started to develop more and more, it started to become more and more toxic. And this could be the reason why a lot of you stopped talking to somebody, or why you disconnected from a particular person, because what your focus became here in the past primarily was yourself. You know, Queen of Wands in reverse, you stopped caring about yourself, or you kind of put yourself on the back burner here because of this person. And many of you kept your options open here in the past. And this is what bothered this person. They didn't like the fact that you kept your options open. They didn't like the fact that you were ignoring them. They didn't like the fact that every time they brought up certain things and expectations, you kind of just said, you know, I'm busy, I'm making my money, or I'm working, or I need to work. So somebody here didn't like the fact that they were an option, and the fact that they were being ignored. And it became very toxic here. And I'm not going to go into details about how it got toxic, because I don't need to tell you personal details of what happened in your life. You're completely aware of what toxic energy I'm talking about. Okay. I am channeling toxic energy. I'm getting smoking and drinking. Okay. maybe drugs for some of you. I don't know. But this is what I'm picking up. Okay. Now, I also want to mention to you this person that you cut off in the past, they want to communicate with you. They've been trying to communicate with you. Some of you have blocked this person. Okay. So let's move on to the present moment and let's talk about the present moment. Let's clarify the... Let's clarify the 10 of Wands in the present moment. Okay. A lot of you are done. You're real done. Like there's a cycle here that's ending. You have the devil here in the present, or devil, excuse me, you have the death card here in the present moment. So there's a new beginning on the horizon for you. It's just not going to come in right now. It's coming in, but it's slow, okay, at this point in time. The 10 of Wands here, what has become overwhelming in your life? You're looking at something in the present moment. You're looking at something in the present moment and you want to know how to bring something that's been very difficult, very draining. You want to put it to an end. Like you're seeing something in your life that you're saying, I don't want to deal with this anymore. Like I don't want to deal with this nonsense. How do I get rid of this thing that's just dragging me down? There's something in your life that's dragging you down, bringing you down. It's a burden. It could be people, it could be environments, it could be, for some of you, it could even be children, right? So there's something, and I mean, I don't want to talk about people's children like that, but sometimes, you know, you need a break from kids, okay? I know, right? So in the present moment, there's something that you've let go of, but even though you've let go of the situation, it's still bothering you, and I don't know why. Why are you looking at a situation in the present moment? You know it's not good for you. You know it's heavy. You know it's just really bringing you down. You know that it's done, but you're still holding on to it. Let me see. Let me pull one more card. Yeah, it's memories. Somebody here from the past could be a Cancer, maybe a Scorpio here or Taurus. Sagittarius is strong too. Like, here's the thing. You want to put the past behind you. You want to put the past, there's something that you did in the past, you want to put it behind you, and it's so hard for you to do this. It's so hard for you to do this, to forgive yourself, to forgive other people, to just say, you know what, I know we were young, or I know we weren't informed, or we weren't aware. There's something here that is calling you to put the past behind you completely, not partially, not a tad bit, fully. And this is where things start to become a little bit murky for you, because something in the present moment that you continue to hold on to, whether it's emotionally, physically, mentally, I see emotional and physically here. I don't see mental, but I see it physical. Some of you are still entertaining somebody who, you know, it's done with this person, but you continue to entertain them. Like when they call you, you know, you might be lonely and you still let them come over or whatever, right? So yeah, the message here with the 4 of Wands in reverse, in order for you to truly have peace and stability, whether that's in relationships, finances, etc., there's something here that you need to let go of. And it could be something that in the present moment, you're completely well aware of what it is. And I'm going to give you a hint because thousands of people will watch this and I'm not going to be specific in a general reading. Even if it wasn't a public reading, I still couldn't be specific because you know your personal situation. I don't need to tell you who you are. You know who you are already, okay? So in the present moment with the King of Wands here and the 10 of Wands, you know that there's something in your life that's been heavy, burdensome, really does nothing for you but brings problems. And you may be saying, oh, but you know, I gotta be nice, or oh, you know, this, or oh, there's an excuse here. So you're gonna realize very quickly that it's going to be time for you to walk away from this. And that's gonna be the hardest thing for you to do if you haven't done it already. Because many of you could be some of you are dealing with somebody who's very generous, they're very giving, and you put up with their crap just to get what you want from them. That could also be the case too, which is very toxic. Like, I don't care what you want to give me. If you're a toxic person, I don't need your money. I don't need your energy. I don't even need you around because you're toxic. I don't care how much I'm benefiting from you. I mean, that's me. You know, I have integrity, so maybe I'm different. But you know, this is what I'm seeing for you. There's something here that's holding you back. You keep holding on to it as a relationship for some of you. Some of you are living with somebody and they're toxic. Like they're toxic. So the message here is that for you to truly move forward and reap the benefits that are coming with Saturn coming in, like I said to you, benefits are a happy home, a happy relationship, just happiness overall, depending on whatever it is that you want. It's going to require you to recognize what you need to put behind you. Some of you are trying to attract people that are smarter, brighter, that can lift you up on higher heights, higher levels, better friends. And again, you can't bring new things into your life if you have old trash sitting there that is taking up space. So this is the message here in the present moment. You're right at that pinnacle of recognizing what you have to transform and change, but you're still not quite there yet, okay? And you are going through a realization with the Judgment. Now let's talk about the near future. Okay, so in the near future, you have the Fool. There's a new beginning that's coming in for you. Something in your life, Aries, starts to become a lot more balanced. It starts to be more balanced. It becomes more, there's more nurturing, more love here, more support. Some of you are attracting somebody new. Maybe new love is coming in for you. You have the King of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles. Now, this is a critical message. It's a critical message, not going to resonate with all of you. Some of you have to be extremely careful because a lot of you, I see something here about investing, maybe investing your money into a new business or into a property, or just simply you're investing money, time, energy into something. You need to be really careful here in the near future. And the reason why you need to be very careful here in the near future is because with the Seven of Pentacles, a lot of you have a stash of money, or you've accumulated a lot of resources here in the near future. And now you may be saying to yourself, oh, I want my resources to work for me, or I want to invest money or time. You need to be careful, because if you haven't removed something in your life that's toxic, that's been holding you back, that's been causing drama, that's been causing issues in your life, it does crop up here in the near future. And it could affect everything else that you're doing. So here's what I want to tell you, regardless of what you decide to do in your life, because it's your life and nobody can choose it for you. Whatever you decide to do, make sure that when you have your new beginning, you are very, very honest with yourself. You're honest about the energy that's surrounding you. There's something here about you. Some of you are dealing with somebody and they're not healthy. And again, comment and let me know. Some of you are dealing with somebody, they're just like, they're not healthy. Okay. They're not a healthy person, and they cause this codependency. I'm seeing this energy of codependency, and some of you are funding this person, or you're entertaining this person, and all they're doing is dragging you down. Okay. So if you're going to have a new beginning, I see you having a new beginning completely on your own. You're setting boundaries here, huge boundaries, but it's going to require you to be very, very astute. Okay. And for those of you who don't know that word, I'm going to break it down for you. There's something here about you being very strict with your decisions and your choices, because you can lose here because you keep dragging something around with you that is just not, it's not lifting you up. And this is what you want in the present moment. In the present moment, you want professionalism. You want to be professional, you know? You're like, I want to be in the suit and tie and I want to look professional. Doesn't matter if you're male or female. I mean, I'm female, I wear suits too. I love wearing suits. But, you know, there's a message here of you need to create balance in your life. What else? Three of Cups, the Ace of Swords, the Eight of Wands. Now, going back to this person, somebody that you cut off in the past, they will reach out to you by the new year. They may reach out and say, hey, Aries, happy new year. Woo. You know, they may say that. Okay, I'm getting a Leo here, a Gemini, maybe a Cancer here. I'm getting Taurus as well. Somebody wants clarity from you. And if you haven't given somebody the clarity that they need, there's going to be a responsibility here to do that as well too. So really clearing the slate. This is what December is for you. It's like really dusting off all of your possessions that are filled with dust and being honest with yourself and saying, you know what, I don't know if I still need this. Maybe I need to take this to the Goodwill, or maybe I need to take this to, you know, the charity or whatever, right? So there's definitely something here about being honest with yourself and recognizing whether or not this situation is in alignment with you, okay? Because you're going to have a choice. You're going to have a choice to decide if you want to continue entertaining something that isn't in alignment with you, which continues making you feel alone. Some of you feel alone, you feel stuck, and you don't realize that a lot of this has to do with the energy that is surrounding you, okay? Now, let's get some advice. What's the advice for you? And I know a lot of you are going to watch this. You may not comment, but it resonates with you. I know 100% it resonates with you. I know that for a fact. For a fact. Okay? Now, let's get some advice. You have the Sun, you have the Page of Wands, and you have the Five of Wands. Your biggest piece of advice is this. It's so clear. It's so clear. Your biggest piece of advice here is, if you truly want happiness, if you truly want abundance, if you truly want opportunities to naturally fall in your lap, you need to go on your own solo journey. If you've forgotten who you are, and I'm going to tell you exactly who Aries is. Aries is a pioneer. Aries is someone who can make it on their own. They can get up, they can do their own thing, and they will be successful. The more you entertain drama, the more you entertain people who are not on your level, the more you try to justify your actions, your journey, your goals, the things that you're working towards, the more you hold yourself back. This is about getting very clear on what drama and people who bring drama and nonsense into your life, how much space you need to give yourself between you and them. Because a lot of you have forgotten about your goals, you've forgotten about the things that are important to you, all because you focus on things that have nothing to do with your goals. It has nothing to do with what you're trying to accomplish and achieve. And all this does is delay you, it wastes time, and it creates more burdens and responsibility in your life that really you don't need. So your biggest piece of advice is go on that trip, go on that journey, step outside of your comfort zone. Do something that's going to make you happy. Because the truth is, you can't make others happy if you're not happy. You have to come first. You're Aries. Okay? So Aries, this is what I have for you. I hope this reading helped. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.